The prisoner suffered a laceration to the head in a stabbing incident. Laceration. Eczema can be triggered by allergies and is an unknown cause of dermatitis. Eczema. After shaking hands with multiple people Alfred just met, soon after a while he noticed a form of scabies. Scabies. People may experience a form of onychophagia through nervousness. Onychophagia. An alternative way to lose excessive weight is through the process of liposuction. Liposuction. An appearance of itchy red rashes and flaky dry skin is called tinea. Tinea. A collection of dilated blood vessels, also known as a birthmark, is called strawberry hemnasia. Hemangioma. Hemangioma. To remove the pilonidal cyst on the patient's tailbone, doctors used the incision and drainage method. Incision and drainage. Kyle wanted to get rid of his birthmarks that were bothering him because they stood out. He underwent laser therapy. Laser therapy. Generally, of the older population, it is more prevalent that men and women get a rhytidectomy done. Rhytidectomy. After landing on the basketball court awkwardly on his elbow, the doctor diagnosed him with elbow bursitis. Bursitis. The bunion on her foot made it extremely difficult for her to find shoes to buy. Bunion. Bunion. The femur is the largest bone in the body. Femur. The individual had no idea of what appeared to be crepitation when he heard something grinding. Crepitation. In the Special Olympics, it is more prevalent seeing people with using prosthetics. Prosthetics. A diabetic patient with neuropathy in his feet had been due for amputation. Amputation. Paul George, an NBA basketball player, suffered a tibia-fibula compound fracture after landing awkwardly during a layup. Compound fracture. After marching tenor drums for a long time, Nick thought it was ideal to see a chiropractor. Chiropractor. Not consuming enough calcium can lead into problems such as osteoporosis when getting older. Osteoporosis. After falling off the ladder, the man only suffered a sprain. When measuring blood pressure, an instrument called sphygmomanometer is used. Sphygmomanometer. During an EKG test, the results had determined that the patient had arrhythmia. Symptoms such as retaining fluid, lack of breath are associated with congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure. There is correlation between hypertension in obese individuals. Hypertension. The test that involves exercise to find measurements for EKG and oxygen levels is called stress test. Stress test. After several procedures, the only alternative to keep the patient alive was through a heart transplant. Heart transplant. Throughout malls, shopping centers, schools, and public places, there are defibrillation systems in case of emergency. Defibrillation. After an individual had been found unconscious, another person performed cardiopulmonary resuscitation immediately. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. To help control the beating of a heart more regularly, a pacemaker implementation is required. Pacemaker implementation. In relevance to insufficient blood supply to the heart, coronary artery disease can be detrimental and cause heart attacks as well. Coronary artery disease.